we will uh start this meeting of the Old State Board of Education, and I'll start with the pledge. Call to order the floor. Pledge allegiance to the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, and would just like to say Happy Veterans Day to all those who have served and thank them for their service on behalf of the board. So thank you. Happy day. Yeah. Wait, how do you know why we're getting?
Could be Joe to mute.
Oh, maybe. Joe is muted.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We're good. Okay. All right, then we will start with our audience of citizens. We welcome anybody that's coming to the board that would like to address the board. Something left. I think the bottom left. Oh, this is the bottom left. No, right. Go back to the bar. Now at the bottom left where the audio's on. I think that's the only one.
Put it on left with microphone.
Yeah, that's the only one. Can you click the options? Is it if it clicks up? Now it's okay.
All right, let's ask the kids.
Down at the volume on your computer, like just the settings on your computer.
I don't hear it.
It's not down.
Yeah, I don't hear it anymore.
Sorry.
I can't reach it.
We magically fixed it. Okay. Okay, so if there's anybody that would like to address the Board of Education tonight, our bylaws on the back, our meeting conduct are on the back of the agenda. Just a quick kind of summary. We welcome anybody to speak to the board, just asking to address by name and address, 3 minutes to any speaker that would like to come, and 30 minutes to any subject matter. And we'd ask Karen if there's anyone that would like to address to keep time. No boisterous conduct, ask that these are respectful, and then we're asked to refrain from presentations that discuss specific employees of the Board of Education, either by name or another reference that is able to identify an individual. So is there anyone that would like to address the Board of Education today? Okay. Online either? Is there anybody online? We have Joe. Joe, would you like to address the Board of Education?
No, that's okay.
Fine for joining.
Oh,
Dr. Melba.
Let's try to make sure. Okay,
I just got a message.
Yes.
Okay.
He's the visitor.
all right, so while we're waiting, we will go to our reports from our board reps. All right.
It's nice to see you all. So for academics, we had our October PSATs. They were sent, the scores were sent back to the students on November 6th.
Well, it's nice to see you guys all as well. For a lot of the fall sports, their seasons have ended. Now's full playoff season, and we're nearing the start of the winter sports season, which should begin beginning of this summer.
And for clubs, yearbook spent the morning of October 30th taking pictures of every club. For the yearbook, Health Club has just hosted a pumpkin decorating contest. So clubs who would like to donate to an organization got to decorate a pumpkin, and then students, donated to a pumpkin that they liked the most, and then the winner of the contest would collect the money raised and donate it to the organization they chose. DECA went on a field trip to a leadership conference on Friday, the 30th. And host fundraisers. And then for Ecology Club, they have been taking nature walks and cleaning up the community. And they're also communicating with the head of the Old Saybrook Woodland Stewardship Walk, so that's very cool. And for student government, they're hosting a blood drive on November 15th for students and staff over 16. And lastly, for National Honor Society, students were just, they got an email saying that they were accepted into this society and they were able to what's the word? Appeal if they didn't get in. And it was all based on the 4 pillars: scholarship, leadership, character, and service. And the induction ceremony will be taking place on November 17th for new members and their parents.
So for school updates, we've had a few very important days in the high school recently. November 5th was 8th grade step up day. So for those of you who don't know, basically a day where the 8th graders, current 8th graders, they come to the high school and they get shown around, trying to sort of get them accustomed to the high school experience. So they were welcomed by jazz band, and then they spent the day touring the school, and they got to see sort of the different clubs, the sports, the activities that the high school has to offer. And the jazz band also played for them as they left. Also this weekend is the showing of our high school play, Little Woman, and very exciting this year. A 2-story set was made for the play.
Yeah, and if you see, I put in a little picture of the sneak peek and at the high school set, because it's very interesting because it's been over 10 years. I mean, don't quote me on it, but it's been a long time that they've actually built a very big set for this musical, so it's very exciting.
Can I ask why there wasn't a student opinion section? That's my favorite part.
Sorry about that. Yeah, no, we'll put one in next time.
Please.
Lots going on.
Yeah, I understand. And you guys have had a couple of meetings. Any ideas for, increased, opportunities for you guys? Anything that we can do to help?
I mean, as long as you guys are listening to what we're saying.
Sorry, I couldn't hear down here.
Yeah.
So I mean, yes, for different opportunities for us, I mean, as long as you guys are listening, we're just here to provide you guys with input about what we think is best and what we can see going on in high school.
And also, I mean, we did kind of discuss like the student representatives from last year, like coming in and being like kind of the, I don't know, advisors. I don't know if like we should talk about that more like after or something, but it's just like an idea.
Could I ask maybe that if you guys get a chance, or if there's a chance for a collaboration during school time, maybe you reach out to them. And bring some ideas to us. I know that it was mentioned, I think, at our first meeting, but there's no plan to continue that discussion at this point. But
Right.
if you want to bring that discussion to us,
Yeah, totally.
that'd be wonderful.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
This is, tell me if this is appropriate, wonderful report. I was going to mention that on November 22nd, there's a CAPE conference that I'm doing the presentation on representatives to Boards of Education. And then I'll be talking to you later about inviting you. So far, we have about 21 students coming from across the state.
Very cool.
So it's very exciting to kind of see what other students are doing or not doing.
Yeah.
But I'll be in touch.
Thank you.
So thank you so much.
If I can just add, because your deadline to get this information, you didn't have it at the time, but our girls soccer team is advanced to the state semifinals tomorrow night. At 6 o'clock playing Canton High School at Glastonbury High School. So there was a small chance over the week, as late as Sunday, that I was gonna frantically email the board and say, I'm not coming to this meeting tonight, because we thought they were playing tonight, but they're playing tomorrow. So anyone who's available, you gotta go on GoFan and get tickets beforehand, so. Athletic department has sent out a link for anyone that's interested.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, next, any correspondence? Karen?
No, not this week.
Okay, thank you. All right, then we'll need a motion for the regular meeting minutes of October 28th.
So
Moved by Elaine, seconded by Joe. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Thank you so much. And then we'll move on to our high school update. Superintendent Drensick and Mr. Anastasia.
Mr. Plotkin is in the room,
Mr. Blackman.
but we have some guests this evening. Well, I will turn it over to Mr. Anastasio, who can do the introduction so that I'm not taking all the good stuff.
That's okay. So tonight we have our advisor and business teacher, Carly Daly here, and we have Ashley, Matt, and Aiden here to present Rampage Merch. What a name. What a name. So this is an example of, I think, authentic learning. I think, you're taking a business and you're putting into play, you're surveying students and faculty and the community to see what they might like to purchase as far as Rampage merch. It's the ups and downs of trying to make a profit and also supply what is wanted by your customers. So I turn it over to them.
So I'm Matthew.
I'm Ashley, I'm the president.
I'm Aiden.
And so we run Rampage Merch. So we all take the class entrepreneurship. It's a semester-long class at Old Saybrook High School. And it's basically, it gives us like a real world learning experience for what running a business is actually like. So we operate, we run, and then when the semester is over in early January, we liquidate the company and then set it up for the next semester of kids to further take the class. And we sell things like hats, sweatshirts with like Old Saybrook brands on them. We want to sell flannel pajama pants with brands on them. That's a very popular item for kids. We sell little stuffed animals. We have rally towels and even shirts that represent and further, like, they create a sense of pride for our school. And so, yeah, it's fully student run with some like teacher assistants. And the company Junior Achievement helps us operate the business. So we have our own bank account. We have checks with our names on them we can write. So it's really like we're running a real business because that's what we're doing. So it's very important because mainly kids that take this class have interest in business, like finance or entrepreneurship, and it ties with DECA. So it's really important. It gives us like just this real world sense on what operating a business is actually like. And then if you flip to the next slide.
We started in spring of 2024. We just sold two items, sold stickers, we sold sweatshirts. And we just sold them off of a folding table at lunch. So we didn't start something pretty, but so this was, I think, 2 years ago. So this is 23, 24 years. And we've had 3 semesters, or we've had 4 total, including this one. Masters running business. It's just upscale. I mean, like, do we still have the folding table?
We just
But we've upgraded. And
Which if you click to the next slide, you can see how we've upgraded. So currently we have a mobile store which we can push around the school. And students in our school painted it for us free of charge. They wanted to help the business out. So you can see they painted it. And now with this mobile store, we're able to like push it from like class to class down the hall, bring it to lunch waves, sell it at events outside, stuff like that. And we really updated our inventory too. As you can see, we have stuffed animals, we have Old Saybrook signs, blankets, shirts, and hats. And we take cash or check at the store, but we wanted to broaden our payment methods with card. So we opened an online store so people could order online and pay with card and really broaden our audience outside of that Old Saybrook hallway. And with the store, people pay with card, and we can deliver it to their child who will bring it home, or they can pick it up in the office, which makes it very convenient for people.
So how we raise our money, our capital for the company right now is we're selling stocks. So every student in the class is set to sell 20 stocks. We're hoping to raise the goal of $2,000, and right now we're at 300. It's kind of like selling Girl Scout cookies. Like you just ask people and they're like, will I get any money? And I'm like, well, there's a potential return on the investment if our company does good, but it's not promised. So it's somewhat difficult to sell them, but we've been trying. And with the $300, it's just difficult for us to like, because we also are trying to make profit with margins. but also even buying in bulk, things are expensive. And if we want to order a lot of items, even like 30 items, 30 water bottles, for example, that still costs us a hefty amount. And then our profit, if we want to make it like a price where people would actually buy it, isn't that high. So right now we're kind of just struggling with raising money for our business, but our target audience is Old Saybrook High School students and staff. And then our extended audience is Old Saybrook Public Schools members and even like families. So we're open to sell to like anyone, but yeah, that's basically how we run, operate, and sell our products.
And each stock is $5, so we plan to give back at least the original investment plus the 10%, but obviously stocks, nothing's guaranteed, it's the risk of investing. But if we're able to raise enough money, we can really reach that goal of giving people back their investment plus more.
Yeah, anything else?
Not really.
Corinne first.
Thanks. So does the, do you guys start with a zero balance at the beginning of the semester for your company, and then you have to raise the money in order to purchase the merch and then sell it?
We raise the money through selling stocks to investors. You can buy, you don't have to buy just one stock either. You can buy $20 worth of stock, buy $100 worth of stock.
I'm wondering if there's an opportunity for the school to provide like seed money, because I know in a lot of colleges they do that. They give investment clubs or whatever a fixed amount, so at least there's a base.
Right.
you
Well,
know?
normally we start with a base, but last semester, the company barely broke even.
Mhm.
So now we're really starting at the ground level, but
Yeah.
normally when we have a more successful semester, we are able to give the next semester a starting fund, so they're not raising from the ground up.
So I watch Shark Tank once in a while. I imagine that, you guys do that as well. Do you have a customer acquisition cost? How do you advertise?
We just advertise, we go around, sell stocks to our peers. You can really sell stock to anybody. It's very affordable, so even if you don't have that much money to get, it's just $5.
And a lot of the students already know about Rampage Merch, but we made little business cards with a QR code where you could scan to invest on like online, so they could fill out their information on a thing. But we gave that to teachers, we put them in like the mailboxes and stuff to try to really broaden out and market it.
And just to follow up with what Karina was saying about, having trouble raising money. As a former business owner myself, retail especially ebbs and flows with the season, and when it's dry, it's dry. And that's when you go to the Bank of Old Saybrook Public Schools and get a loan to carry you.
Yeah.
And that's part of running a business. You guys, great job, very impressive, and I love the floating store you have now. How does everybody access your online store? Is it on the website, or how do we purchase things?
Yeah, so we have a website for the store, which you can fill all the information on there.
On the district website? Right, yes,
There is a hyperlink on the district.
there is, perfect. Thank you.
Oh, sorry, Jim.
Yeah, fantastic. This is a true business model. I'm impressed you guys have, developed something pretty complex in a short amount of time. So congrats on that. What is the profit margin? When you're talking about margin, if you have a t-shirt that say, might cost you $10, what would your price point be on something like that, would you say?
So it varies from product to product. So we have members and classmates of ours working specifically in those areas, trying to like find different retailers. So right now we haven't fully like finalized anything yet because we're still in the process, but it could be around like $5 to $10 or depending on the product. Because some things we can get for really cheap. Like if it's just a shirt, we can make $5 or $10 off of that. But then it's like, say we do want to make the water bottles and it's a popular brand with like our brand logo or OS on it, something that people would still buy just because of the expense, it would probably maybe only be like $2 or $3, something like that.
And all products we want to make affordable for the students so that they're not feeling like they're spending so much on one thing. Like if we're making it more affordable, then people will be willing to buy it, and it has to be reasonable for students.
Yeah, we want to make sure everybody can access our products. They can feel left out, or they don't feel left out of our.
Great.
So I'm curious to know, great presentation, and also from the teacher that actually, guides them. How many students are actually in your class?
7.
7. And so is there like a waiting list or there's people are
It's just
interested?
if you're interested in signing up for the class.
And it's a newer class, so not everyone's like accustomed to it, and it's not like a requirement, so some students focus on getting requirements done rather than investigating and stuff that they're interested in.
And if you just have a,
If I may, so this is the fourth semester of the class, and the first semester, we had a very small class, it was brand new. And then last year, both semesters were pretty full, between 15 and 17 students per class. So I think just trying to get our feet under us. Would you guys want to share the products that, so I know you talked about t-shirts and some of the things that you're hoping to bring back to the school or to the school store in addition to what we have from last semester?
So one item is a rugby jersey. It's a popular trend that a lot of students wear. So it's basically just like a collared shirt with like stripes, so like blue, white, like our Ram colors with like an OS or like a Ram emblem, either like embroidered or printed. So that's an item that we think will be really popular. We've gotten some student insight and everyone pretty much was in favor of it.
And then, like we said, flannel pajama pants, we're looking at sweatpants that have like Rams or something down the side or with logo here. Because in the past, they've sold hats and stuff, but we're trying to hit like new items that haven't been sold yet. See if that's more of an interest from our audience.
We're also looking at things like foam fingers, rally towels, so like sporting events.
That helps with like pride at games and like school spirit. We think that's really important.
Are you considering having a representative there, for instance, this weekend, and a lot of people are coming in for the play for advertising and marketing, and even next week, I think, is it report cards?
Believe it or not, we actually just set up our store and class to wheel down for the play this weekend.
Awesome.
So we're preparing for that as our first sort of kickoff.
We
Great.
sent them an email, Chloe Young, she is a representative to like send out the emails for it, so I just sent her an email. And we got permission from Mr. A, he thought that would be a great idea, but we just want to get permission from the drama leaders and the course leaders, all of them. Because we want their insight too, but yes, we think that would be a great selling.
Awesome.
I love the mission. I love how committed you guys are to not only promoting the school, but also keeping things reasonable for classmates to be able to afford and buy. That's tough. Small business owner as well, at small quantities when you're restarting every semester. And probably by the time you guys are fundraising through stocks, if they're harder to sell, how much time do you actually get to run the business in the semester?
Well, so these guys are pretty new, so it's fairly quick and we are still trying to raise money to make the purchases. If we make the purchases in the next week, which is our goal by next week, a lot of them probably won't come until early December. And so by that point, we really have about a month and a week, maybe 5 weeks to actually market and sell.
Yeah.
And then the liquidation process happens. And of course, we want to sell up to the deadline, but that can be a little tricky because as part of the liquidation process, students need to write checks to the shareholders if they are financially profitable. We choose a nonprofit organization to make a donation to. Students have an opportunity to make some money as well. They get paid, maybe if they're 100% attendance for the entire semester, about $6 for the semester. And then they can certainly earn commission or bonuses depending on what the company decides. So it's a pretty quick turnaround.
So love the fundamentals. I'm gonna echo Karina and Karen's comment about maybe developing a loan process from the school. I mean, like there is, I mean, not free money, guys, right? Like, it's like, just to be clear, but there's real value in understanding how to write like a business loan and a justification and doing the research and all this stuff in the background too, to maybe be able to partner that into the class. Because that's every business owner is doing that at one point or another, right? To be able to get their initial kick funding while you do your stocks and the upper builds. But just, just a pathway to.
Ms. Daly, do I have permission to disclose some private conversations that we had to get Mr. A, Mr. Pluckett and I out of trouble?
Oh, sure.
We've had that conversation about maybe a different mechanism to not just hand money over to the students, but maybe incorporating some ways of applying for a loan or
Right.
fronting them, or because as you heard this evening, by the time they get their stuff, it's a very small
Yeah.
window for them to sell. So, we had, once we were sort of comfortable with where things were going, we had that conversation, right? We can certainly talk online to expedite this.
And then I'll come shopping.
Yeah.
Before everybody looked at Mr. A can't be seen right now, but everybody's giving death stares to Mr. Block, and, very happy, great idea, but we've actually already had that conversation already. So, yes.
Other questions around just about enabling like electronic payment. How challenging is that for you guys right now? If we're doing cash and check, but then online orders versus being able to see something and then giving you Apple Pay or Venmo or something like that.
So currently, we don't have the,
Square.
The touch tap.
Point of sale.
Yeah.
point of sale system, so we don't have that enabled for our kiosk, so we can't have someone tap or anything. So if they were to use card, they have to go online, but is that directly part of the tool? Like, you know,
It's through the Square and then the Square automatically deposits it. So we do pay a small fee for that.
Yeah.
But I think just the tapping part, and so these people haven't actually gotten to that step in the entire process. So just to fill in some of the gaps, even if somebody does go to the school store, including students, and they want to make a purchase, but they don't have cash or a check, they can go on their device and place an order from the website, pay for it with their card on the website, and then just show us proof of purchase, and then we hand over the product immediately. So hopefully that kind of gives a little bit of the convenience side of things, but.
Can you attach a QR code to that rolling store and then that allows for that instant payment?
we have the little sign that has a QR code to our online store and like a feedback form.
Oh, perfect. So it expedites that access to it. Good.
What's the feedback on the rolling store? I'm interested. It's looks amazing from the print and everything, but how hard is that to lug around? What is
Well,
it?
we were trying to move it in the classroom and it wasn't the easiest, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
But it's definitely easier than a folding table of the display and stuff, but it's getting us through right now.
If you had your say, what would that look like potentially in the future?
We'd like to upgrade, probably make it more easier to move, so we can take it outside, which is kind of a pain to do. But being able to move it for like sporting events, that would be perfect, because we have our foam fingers or the rally towels, it's really a point, an area that we want to sell in. But with like the mobile kiosk, it's not the easiest to move around, but we hope to upgrade in the future.
Is this an elective?
It is an elective,
And
yeah.
then a question maybe for them. Is there like a curriculum? So when students finish that class, they have things that they, have learned.
Absolutely. And then because we partner with Junior Achievement, they also get a certificate at the end that shows their participation in what's called the company program for Junior Achievement. And they definitely put it on their resume as well.
Thanks so much.
Any other questions from the board? Thank you all so much for your time tonight. Thanks for David and for the great job.
Well done.
All right, next on the agenda is our Chamber Singers Field Trip.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good day.
I'll come see you, Miss Daly.
Thanks.
Hi, Dr. Melton.
Everybody.
Hello.
I'll be shopping for lunch.
I will say that the key change from last year have made their way down to Florida. My daughter stole mine. Okay. Dr. Milton is here per board policy. As you know, you have to approve overnight field trips. And there's a request for the Chamber Singer trip in April. To go, where students participating in the overnight experience to travel to Newburyport, Mass. For an exchange concert with the Chamber Singers from Newburyport High School. They will stay in a hotel, travel to Boston the next day for sightseeing and Broadway touring show and dinner. But it requires your approval. So Dr. Milton is nice enough to join us to answer any questions that we may have about the trip. I don't believe this is the first one like it, but he could stop me if I want.
Thank you, Superintendent Drezek. First want to say how much I admire the Rampage merch. I am a proud investor and will be giving $5 to several students tomorrow in cash. But I couldn't do it today because who carries cash? So I did have to push them away. I promise tomorrow. Thank you so much. I apologize for not having kids. My intention was to be there in person tonight with a group of students. However, they are all in Tech Week for Little Women, which opens on Friday. I hope that you'll all attend. I haven't seen many rehearsals yet, but the kids are super excited. I think one of the representatives said that there's a 2-story set. That's true. The kids are so excited about the set. They come in every day. Oh my God, Dr. Milton, I can't believe how good we're doing. So please go and see that show. I'll be there on Friday if you need a date. So, but going on to the Chamber Singers trip, every year the Chamber Singers which is an audition group, travel to a city, a major city within New England, and also do a collaboration concert with another choir, another local choir. This year we will be traveling to, as Superintendent Drezek said, to Newburyport, Massachusetts. We'll be giving a concert at a local church there with the chamber singers from Newburyport High School. That's a mouthful. I'm pretty sure that the chamber singers from Orono High School from Orono, Maine, who we've collaborated with before, might be maybe joining us. That's still in the works, but we will travel to Newburyport. We'll have a combined rehearsal with that group. We'll have a group dinner, concert, head back to the hotel, and then the following day, spend some time in Quincy Market, go and see a Broadway touring show of Beauty and the Beast, followed by a group dinner banquet at Maggiano's Italian restaurant in Boston. My big reasoning, honestly, for doing this is because when kids travel together and they spend time together, they create bonds with each other and relationships, which right now is really, really important to our kids as far as social emotional learning goes. They will be a different group, both in their maturity and how they sound when they come back from this trip, just from spending that time together. So this is something that they look forward to each year, something I look forward to each year. So I hope that you will support this and allow them to go on this trip. As always, the music department, I mean, the district, the high school, but the music department especially, we really believe that an inability to pay should not stop kids from being able to experience things. The price of this trip might be a little bit more expensive just because of everything. In the past, it's been $400. Right now, I'm estimating $450. Hopefully it's not that much. But if there's anybody that struggles or needs help with that, the music department, as always, has a fund to help them with that. And that fund is healthy, and we are confident that we'll be able to help any kids that may need it. So.
A comment and then a question. The permission slip reflects a fee of $400, not $450. So if that's a update that needs to be made, I just wanted to call it to your attention. And then my question is,
Thank you.
obviously this is something that you come to us every year. did the trip always include a trip into Boston with the additional show and dinner? I don't recall that being part of the trip. It was always just performances. Is that new because of the location of the performance?
No, there's always been a performance like a going to see a performance or culture event or something on that Saturday, cultivating in a dinner the next day. Last year we were in New York. We saw the original Broadway cast of The Outsiders, and then went to a dinner at a French restaurant a couple blocks over for our kind of like farewell, like here's our tour. So that's always been a part of the trip.
Nice, thank you.
Any questions from the board?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the Chamber Singers field trip to Newburyport as presented.
Second.
Motion seconded by Jack. Any further discussion?
Just a quick comment, Dr. Mill. I love this opportunity for our kids. And so thank you for organizing this year after year and these varied experiences that teach them many of the things that you talked about, the social emotional learning, and just the experience of being out of our little nest here of Old Saybrook and getting out in the world a little bit, and experiencing other students and their experiences. So really appreciate it. I think it's just a wonderful opportunity.
Thank you.
I'll just echo that as a personal fan, and the family has gone, and I will refrain from any bus jokes at this time, Dr. Mo.
Thank you, because those occurred the last time we went to Boston, Mr. Maselli. So if we could just keep the karma away from us, that'd be great.
All right, hearing no further discussion, we'll call a question. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Thank you. The motion carries. Thank you so much, Dr. Melton.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Mellon.
Thank you.
Okay, next on the agenda is the scholarship.
So recently, unfortunately, a former Old Saybrook High School graduate had passed away. Catherine Katsirico and her family's been working with Amy Claffey and Sarah Fawcett to create a scholarship in Kat's name. But obviously the anticipation right now is that the scholarship will be about an annual scholarship for $1,000 for board policy. Anything over a gift for $500 to be presented to the board. So this is our official notification. Obviously the criteria for that is listed in the letter, but they're currently working on that right now.
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to approve Kat Sirico's scholarship as presented. Second.
Discussion. Yeah, just thank you very much to the Sirico family for the creation of the scholarship for kids on the unit. So all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you so much. Okay, next we have our strategic plan.
So at our last meeting, we had the discussion on the planning process and what the board wanted to do moving forward. And I know that later on this evening, we also had a conversation at our last meeting about the goals and priorities for me personally for the year. That we're going to be a continuation of that conversation that may have an impact on the strategic plan conversation. So at this point, if it's okay with the board, we can maybe further that conversation at another meeting. We also have some new members joining. I think should have a right to have the conversation of being part of that conversation as well. So if it's okay with you guys, I'm okay moving that to the next.
So then we'll move on to budgets.
So this is the first, in your packet, there is a letter from myself and Mr. Storty. That every year at this point, we give you an initial budget update for where we are the current fiscal year. That's obviously outlined in the budget. I'll read it all to you. But right now I can report that we are in pretty good shape. You'll see the document that's attached to it. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's how much we'll have left at the end of this year. This is a snapshot for the end of basically where we are at the end of the month of October, which is still very early. But you can see some of the areas where we're overage. This is a small not small, but $100,000 overage for our tuition payments to private special education schools. We try to encumber as much as we can for what we know we're going to spend for the year. But as things happen and we make adjustments, we usually report back out to them. So that's where we are right now. I'm comfortable enough to say that we are in good shape right now. Thrilled. But if anything were to change, we will certainly, you will all be the first.
Any questions on this topic? Hearing none, then we'll need a motion to go into executive session, for the purposes of discussing the two items listed on the agenda. Inviting in Superintendent Jessica. And then, yep. Period, so we'll need a motion. Moved by Karen, seconded by Joe, all in favor? Aye. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
We'll take a 5-minute break just so we can reset the room and, yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Just outside. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Sure.